Good morning, Internet, YouTube, whatever. Freaking autocorrect. I'm turning it off. Turn it off, autocorrect. I thought I already had on the iPad. I'm messaging my aunt. She's asking some questions because my niece is getting married, blah, blah, blah. And I was typing away and trying to figure it out. I'm blind as a bat and can't see anyways. And autocorrect made a whole bunch of mistakes that made absolutely no sense. And yeah, totally just screwed it all up. Anyways, I have not fired this thing up in like a month, literally. And I think I'm gonna today because I started doing this here self-watering planter thing that I was going to use for my mother. And I designed the insert that goes in it. This is the normal self-watering planter thing, which is fine. This is awesome. This is the original one that you see all over the place, and you can blow it up and shrink it and everything. But I wanted a different design with my logo on it. It's got my logo on it. But I printed the inside like 4 times, and this thing kept failing. And I'm going to try it again because I'm an idiot. I'm a sucker for punishment. See, it failed even doing this, but I'm keeping this because it's still a solid, nice tray. So anyways, I'm going to do an edit on it so I can print it a little faster because the original design I had was not, it needed supports. And now I can't figure out where the hell I put it. In my little Fusion-y folders. And we can go to that and back to Fusion. And now I gotta find it. And I can't remember where I put it. You know, I hate some people. This dude asked me to print this wherever it went. He saw my little video of me mounting my PlayStation underneath the cabinet. Said, dude, I want those. I searched the internet for someone because he's in Puerto Rico. I searched the internet for someone local to print it for him so I didn't have to ship it. Couldn't find it. You know, we were going back and forth. Everything was cool. I was like, dude, I'll print it for you. It's about $10 to ship it to Puerto Rico and another maybe $5, $10 to print it. Haven't heard from him since. So I printed it because he sounded, you know, he was all into it. Because I originally said, oh, for me to ship it to you, it's going to be expensive. He's like, oh, I don't care. I'm like, well, let's see if we can find someone local. Save you some shipping. And, you know, so I went on Twitter and I went on Facebook and looked for someone, and nobody responded that's local enough. We were closer, but that doesn't save anything. And he's like, yeah, well, just blah, blah, blah. And then I told him it would be $20 with shipping and everything, which is a lot of money, but it's kind of cheap when you think about it. And I haven't heard from him. I have a feeling he was like, that's too much money to hang my stupid PlayStation underneath the cabinet. But of course I printed the damn thing because he sounded all into it. And now I can't find my damn planter. Where the hell did I put it? I got too much crap in here. Household items, that's probably where it is. Watering Llama pot planter thinner. That would be the one. So what's up, Joe, Jeff, and David? How is your guys' Friday morning? And this is the problem, is this whole thing right here. I need to redesign this. So here's the issue. If I redesign that so it tapers more, and that tapers pretty good. If I taper it this way more, it takes away a lot of the volume of water you can hold in here. But if I made this smaller inside, inside. If I make it smaller inside, if I make it smaller inside, then it's smaller inside, and the whole point of having this massive planter becomes kind of null and void because you can't put that much dirt or that big of a plant in it. Not that this will take that big, but it'll take a lot bigger than this little stupid thing that you guys probably can't see because I'm sharing the screen. But anyway, the whole point of the self-watering planter thing is to have the ability to put a good amount of water in there. And if it's only going to hold a day or two of water, I guess that's still better than nothing, but I don't know. Let's play with it and see what happens. I'm going to do a save as. I got to go up here, file, save as. Edit. Watering, edit it. Save. And that way I'm not screwing with this one. I'm screwing with a new one. So let's go way back here. What is this body? Oh, that's the knockout. Okay. I don't know why it doesn't let me just do it. Do it to it. All right. So I need to go back here. And figure out a different way to shape that. I should just leave it like that. Then I still need supports for this. There is the conundrum. Why do I not have my... There it is. I was going to say, why didn't I have my little list over here? You know what? I'm going to get rid of this one. Actually, edit feature. How far is it? 34 millimeters. Okay. So if I delete this one, delete. Yeah, I know. And I edit this one, edit feature. And I add 34 to that. What is this? 32 and 34 is 66, right? And I actually want to go a little bit less, so I'm going to go 64. That's almost better. That just leaves so little volume of water in here. Ho hum. If I narrow this out, it leaves so little volume of dirt. Who cares? Right? Right. I'm going to go with it this way. And then get rid of this whole thing. Delete. 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 It's just going to take up a whole boatload more volume, and there's going to be some errors here. I know there is, because I'm pretty sure there's some referencing to those faces that are no longer there. Well, maybe not. That actually doesn't look terrible. I wonder if I can print it this way. Then I got these overhangs I got to support. This is rather large, so having supports just like quadrillion druples the the need for it just makes the printing take longer because it's got to print the supports every time. Well, do I need supports? I wonder if that'll just bridge that. You guys think that'll bridge that? I think it will. What's my diameter in that? Loop length is 200 millimeters. I don't care about the loop length. I want to know diameter, 64 millimeters. Do you think I can bridge 64 millimeters? Now, how much water is that leaving me? Close. Let's do a section analysis from here. Go this way. I guess that's I don't know, that's not a lot of water. But it's not a little water. Right? Am I wrong? I don't know that much about planting. I'm not a plant guy. What do you guys think? Is there anyone there? Hello, is there anybody out there? I think everyone left. Says there's only 2 people watching. I don't know. I actually want to change that. Extrusion again. Edit feature. Let's make it 62. So it lifts up off the bottom a little bit. Come on, computing. What are we computing? I know, because the StreamYard is running. StreamYard sucks up my processing power. Whoa, why did it put the holes on the outside? That ain't right. And what the hell attached? Let's go backwards. Where did it attach? There's no. Should have named it inner pot right there. Okay. Inner. Something ain't right. Something changed. Oh, I know. BNZ. Let me go back that far. It will. Edit feature. Change this one to 62. Okay. Now let's go to the end. And see how it does. What happened? Right here. I need to get rid of this and this. Delete. Yes. Delete. Yes. Go to the end. I wonder if I can, I don't know, make that work somehow. How steep of an angle can I get? Trying to get some volume in here in the bottom. So when I do my section analysis, inspect, section analysis, go off of that phase, go back a little bit so it cuts into it. Okay, I got a lot of water here. This isn't terrible, I guess. There isn't a lot of water there, but there's not just like none either. And it is a bigger planter thing. And you can actually go way to hell up to here. I don't know. What do you guys think? Anybody out there? Anybody out there? Just nod if you can hear me. Anybody want to join in? You can come jump in. Let's see. Oh, I edited the outside too there. I wonder if that's going to change this because this doesn't have that lip. But that's all right. That should still fit because I haven't changed the outer base at all. I added this little spout to this outside right here. So it's easier to pour in there. Outer. So what do you think if I print it on the top here? I think I can print it without any supports. Because I think this will bridge just fine. Diameter 66 millimeters, which is kind of a ways. But if I make it a little thick, it won't matter. So what I'm going to do is just extend that down like another, let's see if I do 4 more layers. And I'm printing this at like a wicked layer height. I don't even remember, but I think I was doing 0.3 layer height or even 0.4. I may do it at 0.4. It's a self-watering planter thing, like all the self-watering planters. It's just really, really big. And a different design. It's just square instead of round. What's up, Danny boy? If I just do, well, let's go 0.8. 0.8. Doesn't look like it did anything. Oh, it did. Okay. So that makes that extra thick, which really doesn't matter. Even if this bleeds, it's in the water. It'll just water like the holes do. Right? Right. Let's go back to them holes and realign them. Edit, sketch. Actually, I think I can just move this around. What's locked where? Those are locked to it, but it's bringing them closer. I just want to move the whole thing. I think I got to move this. That sort of is doing what I want. I don't know why it's doing like that, but sure. I just wanted to bring it up off the bottom. Finish sketch. Wonder if I make it longer. If it'll let me. Sure, well, why these things are all moving around funny like that, I don't know, but sure. I don't know why they're editing the actual arc, but sure. Finish sketch. See what we got there. Go to the next one where it rotates it. See how badly it overlaps them. Actually not, and that looks a lot better. Turn off the analysis. It looks like a decent watering pattern, doesn't it? Does it? Is it just me? Does it look alright? I have a feeling it's going to have issues printing here, but I'm over it. I think the other thing I can do is go back to about here before it gets hollowed out. Right? And I think if I put a chamfer on there, that's 45. So if I make it two distances, I can make it a little longer. Make it a little smaller. See how that reacts. Whoa. Push that back. Just get rid of it altogether. Delete. And I'm okay with that, and that should print without an issue. I mean, I don't think it's going to be perfect, but... and that should allow me... Why isn't the analysis showing? I don't get that. Why is that thing not seeing? I don't know. Delete. Oh, well, let me delete it. There it goes. Section analysis. Right here. Go this way. Yeah, that looks like a little more water. A little more volume. Right? 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 And it's held up off the floor a little bit. And I could actually just put a hole right in the bottom. Or a couple of holes right in the very bottom. But I won't. Because that'll just make bridging more difficult. So let's export it and give it a print. Let's fire the printer. Oh, I got to plug the printer back in. That might help. Outer pot, inner pot, export, save STL, save, desktop, inner pot STL, smashing. Then we can save this, save. I'd quit, but it just takes forever. Fire up Idea Maker while I plug this in. And it's running. Oh, crap. And I need to build surface. Should I use blue tape? I'll use my nice brandy new PEI sheet. Which probably needs bass, but. It's been moved around, so I don't know how level it is. Probably not. Let's put a level on it. Oh. Let's see. Printer. Current printer. Lamicar. Oh, I can take the Max Micron out of there because it doesn't exist anymore. And inner pot. I'd have thought about it. Ooh, there's errors. What are the errors? Edges, triangles, non-manifold edges, 26. What's up with that? I don't usually have that problem coming out of Fusion. Why won't it repair it? That's odd. She would actually show you them. Usually it repairs it without a problem. 6 non-manifold edges. Okay, well, let's find out if there's an issue actually slicing it. Start slicing. Spiral, PGG, PLA 0.4 layer. It's like a 20-hour print. Which maybe wait until tomorrow. Too many things going on with my little computer. $10 hours. That's not as bad as I thought. It's a nice semi-solid layering. Looks like everything will work. Well, it's only like 3 layers thick on the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4. Should be more. Let's see. You know what? It really doesn't matter as long as it holds the dirt. If it bleeds a little, that's the whole point of it. Let's water in. Right? Right. 10 hours, 278 grams. We will be using some sort of yellow Jessie transition PLA that I just got, because who knows what color it'll end up. Yeah, I think that'll work. Done. New window. Lamicar. Let's see. Let's put all of this somewhere out of the way. Let's heat this puppy up. Let it heat up. I'll double check the bed leveling because I literally have not used this thing in like a month. and I've moved it around a bunch of times. It's Institute Day, so it's quiet around here. What is Institute Day? The day you go into an institution? The day they send Dan to the institution? Is that what day it is? Is that what day it is, Danny boy? Those students and staff are all in meetings. Well, that's cool, at least. Those are the days you can actually go around and fix stuff and do stuff right and, fix stuff. Home on Alamacore, home Z. It's the other reason I want to get rid of the duet. It is not quiet. I have done every possible setting with that duet, and it is not a quiet printer. I don't think this printer is ever going to be fully quiet. I think that's the other thing about Core XY. I think Core XY is going to be a noisy structure. It just vibrates too much. Too big to be quiet. Okay, what are we not sitting up correctly? Oh, this foot got moved. Yeah, that's better. Let's see how bad it is. Oh, it's bad. That's about right. It's a little tight. That's about right. That's about right. And that's about right. So it's probably just there's something there. Or if there's something underneath it that needs to be cleaned off. Probably because it's really dirty. And dusty. The only problem with these magnet plates is if they get dirty, get dusty. It changes your height if you get dirt and dust underneath there, but that actually didn't look so bad. Now I need some filament. And a filament holder. And some filament. I think I put it in this one. I did not. I put the reds in here. Where did I put the transition tool? So it's most likely in this one. And there it is. A brandy new roll of Jesse PLA transition from, of course, yellow. The one color I really hate. Not that I hate it, it's just I have a lot of yellow because I don't use a lot of yellow. And it just seems like the color that's always on sale. And it certainly vacuums pretty well. It is vacuumed. It's kind of a weird, I don't know if you can see it. It's almost like a, I wonder what it's going to transition into, if it's going to transition. I have yet to buy any transition Jessie, because every time I go to order it, by the time I actually decide, because I'm one of those that puts it in the cart and then sits for a day and goes, do I really, really want that? And then with the transitions, they're usually long gone by the time I go, yeah, I want it. So I've never gotten one from them. But it looks good. It's kind of a weird, kind of dirty yellow. And there's definitely multiple shades in there. So this ought to be interesting. And there's that. Push back here. Push it up into here. This is all apart. Oh, there's filament in there. That's why the tube's out. Oh, I forgot I did that. All right, let's do some, let's extrude about, extrude about 5. And then retract about 50. That should push the old right out, which it did. Allow me to put the glue in. It's not. There we go. And then let's just extrude a whole buttload. Extrude. And I know you can't see any of this, but you can see it now sucking it in. And then spitting some out. Actually, you can't see it because it's behind the rod, huh? But there's a nice chunk of 0.8 millimeter nozzled filament. Pretty thick extrude, which is good. I do need to wipe down that bed because it's been sitting for a very long time. So it's probably dusty and dirty. There is that. And throw out that. Throw out this. And for some reason I know it's not going to stick because I didn't really level that bed all that great. Later, have it. And let's hit print. Yeah. I'll go upload and start. There, pop G code. $10-hour print. So probably 9 or 10 o'clock because it'll actually take about 12. I got this thing set up kind of slow, deliberately. Hursty. And away it goes. Let's see how that first layer goes down. I'm going to change that because it's extruding before it ever gets onto the build plate. But the prime line looks really good. And it looks like it's going down perfectly. Nice and slow. I have it very, very slow, and you can't see it, but I have it very, very slow because I'm putting down a pretty thick layer. And I don't think this thing can keep up with it. I'm doing a 0.4 layer height with the 0.8 nozzle. But it looks just about perfect. This thing have a turn these on. Or not. Where are these running? I guess they're not charged. Is this the right charger? I believe in it is. Well, they run off USB power. Nope, it's not. Well, hook it up to the audio, and then I can turn the audio down. Oops. Turn it all the way to 0, and then I can go on here and go on here and click there, and I should be able to. Not have audio. Why is it giving me audio? And then I should be able to mic, add the stream. And then I take the cam mic, and I put it on the back camera. You can view the print. Isn't that cool? It is giving a little echo, huh? Which it shouldn't be doing. Then I believe I can take this here thing So, and it just lost the connection, didn't it? And jack it way up in the air. And of course, it's just the right height. Yeah. Awesome. There we go. There we go. Why that thing has to play audio? Turn off the audio all the way. I want nothing from you. Stupid thing. But anyway. Sort of working. Are you guys getting an echo? You are, aren't you? Which is hooked up to the stereo. Why you can't just leave the damn audio alone? Why can't I turn off the audio all the way? I will make this work because I want to. So that just went away. And these are already connected to that, aren't they? Hey, Vince. Bluetooth. Disconnect. Remove. I can then somehow or another connect these to that. But why isn't it? It's connected to the Denon. So why is this thing putting out audio when it should be putting out audio on the stereo? Try that again. Mute. Start. Add to stream. Mic. Got a camera. Why is the audio still coming out of this piece of shit? That's really annoying. Very, very annoying. It should be coming out of the stereo. And that's definitely a StreamYard's issue because it's the only thing that overrides it like that. They need to have a speaker off. No audio. Can't turn it down. won't let me turn it all the way down. I don't know why. Any other app in the world it does. Nothing else overrides it. If I can just get far enough away, it doesn't echo anymore. How's that? Is that better? Nope. You guys are still getting an echo, huh? It just makes no sense. Why aren't these things working? It's just one of them days. You can't. It is, Dan. It's all the way down. And the minute you fire up StreamYards, it won't let you go any lower. It's all the way down. And StreamYards is the only thing that does that. And I know StreamYards is based on the browser, but I can turn it down with any other thing running in the browser. And it will not let me turn it all the way down. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. All right, that isn't going to work till I figure out something else. Of course, none of my headphones will hook up. Anyway, you got to see some of it. Yeah, it's not. I mean, it probably is partially an iPad issue, but it's only with StreamYards. I've checked it out. It's not Safari, even though it's using Safari in the background. Blah blah blah. It's not a Safari per se issue. It's a StreamYards and Safari issue. Because StreamYards will not let you turn the volume all the way down. I don't know why. I tried covering this speaker. The problem is with this, unless I take it off this case, the case like has holes and stuff all along here, and I know I'm dark because it's so bright out, but Firefox app, that's the other thing that's weird, and I have to agree that it's not a good thing on an iPad. Every other browser is just a plug-in to Safari on an iPad. People don't realize that. There are no other browsers for iPad. They're just edits of Safari. It won't. Chrome browser doesn't do anything. They're all based on the Safari on the iPads and the iPhones. They're just Safari plugins, basically, from what they're telling us. They don't do anything. It makes no sense that you can't turn the volume all the way down. See, I can turn it all the way down here. You can see it. See the bar up on top? But if I fire up StreamYards, it stops like right there. It won't let me turn it any farther down. And it's just wrong. I will try the Chrome one, though, just for giggles. Yeah, it's a desktop one. I don't even think it'll let you download Chrome. Because here's the glitchy part. So it says get Chrome or Safari or any of those. Not that you can actually see it. But Google, you can get Google, which is Chrome. I don't think it'll have any bearing because they're all based on for the iPads and the iPhones, they have to be based on the Safari engine to work on the iPad. I know it's freaking stupid. Downloading, downloading, downloading forever because StreamYard is sucking up all my bandwidth. Yeah, App Store. It automatically goes to the App Store. You try and download anything. Open. Accept and continue. Yes, I'm in. Use Chrome for your location. Chrome does not need to know my location. Done. Okay. Now, if I tell it to use Chrome, StreamYards, open this page in Safari. It won't let you run it in because it's based on the Safari. To use StreamYards on this device, tap the Safari icon in your navigation bar. You can't use because they're all base, like I said, they're base plugin. Because the only browser that works on an iPad is Safari. The OS is made to make you use their BS, which I 100% agree with is BS. Now, if I can remember how to link these headphones, I don't remember how to put these headphones in Bluetooth, in search mode. There we go. Thought it was just hold. There we go. Those are hooking up. It's got two things connected. How can the Denon be connected? And that makes no sense. Must not have been putting audio out to the receiver. Now I should be able to do it. That's not at all what I wanted. Because now the audio is going to the headphones, which I can turn way down. Now there's no more backlash. Correct? Everybody right? Correct? If I mute that, that's even better. Front, back camera. Right here, or I can flip the cord this way. Lock it in. There we go. Add to stream. Now you can see the llama core building up, which there's a nice brim on there, and it's printing away on that brandy spanking new PEI sheet. That is the very first, actually I think that's the second print. I think I did do one print on that sheet. With some, which you can't really tell the color, but the color is actually almost the same. It looks a little more yellow, but it's almost actually the same as that orangey yellow of the PEI. If that makes sense. It's a little darker, kind of muddy colored. Actually, it's not even that much more muddy colored. But it's printing. It's printing away. Yeah, putting the audio through the headphones works, but you shouldn't have to. And it's definitely, I've tested, like, at first I used to think it was just like iPad and Safari and they're linking together. But I've watched other live streams. I've live streamed off the iPad and I can turn the speaker all the way down. The only time I can't is through StreamYards. And I don't get how StreamYards, where it's just a browser-based, website that's using all the things, it's taken over the audio, though. And only with Safari only with StreamYards can I not turn the speakers all the way off. It makes absolutely no sense that I can see. There's something with StreamYards, the way it, when you give it access to the audio, which it won't start up if you don't. I wish you could just say no audio, period. But it's a good fix for now. It will work. I need to get rid of some of I don't know, I got to rebuild this printer. A couple of things I want to fix. Need to be fixed. Nothing major. Just a couple little things. Anyway, we got that figured out. It's printing. Nobody else seems to want to join in. Anybody want to join in? I think it's still here, right? Is that StreamYard? Yeah. If not, I'm going to probably kill it in 5 minutes or so. And there we go with the stupid focusing in and out because you can't lock the focus. Don't think. That stand works pretty good, though. That stand is pretty awesome. We're doing just that. Probably should have cleaned those rails where I haven't used this thing in like a month. Yeah, they're pretty skanky. Holy crap. Yeah. You're going to get a wipe down right now, even though it's in use. Right along the wheel, too. Perfect time to clean the wheel while it's running. I really don't care if I get a minor layer shift right now. Get at them wheels. Sure I can. Get these back wheels. Sure I can. Sure we can. Normally I do this before I start running the printer. And that's the thing, everyone's like, the wheels are terrible because they wear out. If you clean the tracks, the wheels running on a, semi-regular basis, just like you clean the rods on LMUs or anything else, they'll last forever. I shouldn't say forever, but they'll last as long as LMUs will. In linear rails. I'm sorry, linear rails are great. They're stiff. They're awesome, but they need maintenance just like everything else. See the nastiness? That's just dust and dirt. If you take that off, the wheels don't have an issue. It's that simple. So there. So anyway, since no one seems to be wanting to hop on, and listening to me gets to be annoying, even for me, I wonder if this is actually going to change color. and how well it's doing. Why is the heater way under temperature? I think that's why it keeps failing. I don't think it can keep up. I'm going to pause it for a minute and see if it heats up. You know, I wonder if that's why it's failing. I just noticed it's been running at like 209, 210, and it's supposed to be at 215. The minute I paused it, it jumped right back up. Now it's at 215 again. Resume printing. It was holding, but now it's dropping. Go away, bug. Yeah, even though it's not printing that fast, I don't think the heater core can keep up. This is dropping in temperature. It is cold in here. I mean, it's only 65 degrees in here Fahrenheit. But the heater, I don't think can keep up with. It's 213 and still dropping. Speed factor. Let's drop the speed factor down to 90%. See if that helps. Yeah, with the thick layer lines, I think it's trying to push too much plastic through that heater. The E3D Hemera heater core cannot keep up. And also, I probably need to PID tune it again. I don't think I ever PID tuned this one. Yeah, I did. I did when I first got it. Clean sounds like work. Yeah, that's part of it's called maintenance, Mr. Buttram. That would be part of maintenance, and it's still dropping in temperature. Although not as bad or as fast. And now it's kind of maintaining 212. Let's pause it again and see if it goes up. Yeah, well, if you're going to buy it, I'll put a volcano on it. Or a mosquito. I'll put a mosquito on it if you're going to pay for it, but I'm not paying for it. I can't afford it. I was given this. This was a Christmas present. And that one was I won. Otherwise, I wouldn't have either one of them. And the temperature's back up. So now that I have it printing slower, let's see if it'll maintain it. Yeah, no. We had that discussion before with Mr. Chris Riley that you PID tune at your operating temperature, not above, not below. If you go too high with PID tuning, you actually lose quality. I know it sounds weird, but he had a better explanation for it than I can, but it probably does need to be PID tuned. Copperhead doesn't do me any good because then I still need a decent extruder. Frickin' little fruit flies in here. The Hemera will not buy me a Copperhead. The Copperhead is just too expensive. I'd be better off just buying a volcano for it. It's sort of holding temperature. Let's kick it down just like a little bit slower. I have a feeling that might have been why it kept failing before. Because it failed a lot. This is like the fourth time I've tried to print this part. And now it's holding temperature. So at 86% speed factor, it will now hold temperature. Yeah, I can. still what, $70, $80 by the time you buy the heater core and the thermistor and the block and the nozzle and all that crap. You're talking $80, $90, $100. How much is it? Let's look. Because I actually have a little bit of play money left from selling the Max Micron. Thinking of that. E3D Volcano Teapot Inversion kit. Yeah, the heater you just spin in it, right? So it's only $20. How much is it? Let's go to. I'm assuming Printed Solid has it. I can spell it right. Shop. Hot-ins? Sure. $24? I don't think so. E3D copper plated volcano. Yeah, baby. Super volcano. Nope. $29 for the light. Today, this is all he's showing. Just do a search for E3D. See what comes up. Yeah, I was just thinking of that. You can just get the block, huh? Which isn't too outrageous. That's like $50. Then you do have to use a different heater core, don't you? Don't you have to use their heater core with that? I know it uses a standard nozzle, if I remember correctly. E3D Volcano. Did I spell that right? Probably not. The thermistor. Standard, $24. Yeah, which it's. I looked at that. It's actually not that outrageously expensive for the slices, little heater block and stuff. But again, it's. What's up, Viking? So if I got just the block for $28, it's only $4 more to get the copper one, which I might as well if I'm going to go crazy with this. I think I still have a little money left over from selling the Max Micron, which was the whole point. Eruption pack. This isn't a bad deal because then you get the nozzles. I get the 0.8 nozzle, so I don't have to buy one. Holy crap, you get a 0.12 nozzle. Is that all you're getting is the nozzles? Or do you get the heat block and all that too? No, you get everything, right? So that's actually not a bad setup. That would actually work, even though I really want to. Because right now I have a what the hell do I have in there? Oh, that's got the Micro Swiss tool steel nozzle, which I prefer over these brass ones, but I get over that in a heartbeat. $42 isn't terrible. That gives you 4 nozzles, which I really don't care about the super big 1.2, but the 1.0 I might use. It's got a 1 point or a 0.8 in there now, and I use a 0.6 in the other one. It would be nice if I could switch them out. Anyway, well, I'll have to think about that. I think I'm going to kill the stream, and since no one wants to hop in, I will let it print. Seems to be printing all right now. I just had to slow it down. It's holding temperature almost perfectly. Hi, Viking. Bye, Viking. I'm gonna have to think about that. That's not a bad idea to just slap a volcano on there, because that's the biggest problem I think I'm having with this is it's pushing too much plastic for the hot end. And I mean 0.4 layer height sounds like a lot. It's twice our normal layer height, but it is a 0.8 nozzle. It's pushing it through, and it's not printing fast. That is not fast. It should be able to keep up with it. I will. I think I'll PID tune it first and see that. I know I PID tuned it, but Valhype Maracano. There you go. I kind of like the idea of the slice. If I could put the slice hot block on there, but I don't know if that's actually as good as the Volcano for that particular setup or not. And you lose a little height with the Volcano, but that thing's it's tall enough. I don't give a crap. Anyway, I'm gonna kill it. I may actually stream again later, depending on what's going on. See yas.